Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Savor Food and Body. My name is Amanda. I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist, certified intuitive eating counselor, and Be Body Positive facilitator. And today I want to talk about what it means to reclaim your health. The term reclaim your health comes from the Be Body Positive 5 core competencies to healing your relationship with food and your body. And what it really means is reclaiming your health from diet culture. So as we know, diet culture is a system of beliefs of what health looks like, what beauty looks like, and they can be really harmful in many different ways. So when we talk about reclaiming your health, what we're really talking about is divesting from diet culture. And there are a number of ways that you can do that. The first is to stop focusing on numbers. So whether that's a number on the scale, the number of the BMI that you fall into in that very arbitrary and not very scientific scale, or the clothing sizes that are fitting on your body at the present moment. We put so much value on those numbers and self-worth on those numbers, and it doesn't need to be there. Again, we're giving that message that our worth is based on those numbers from diet culture. When we look at reclaiming our health from those numbers, from diet culture, what we're really talking about is focusing on habits, be that with food, movement, your sleep, stress management, even the relationships and how you function in your job. We're talking about all of those different aspects of health and how health can be affected in your daily life. So I want to offer you 3 activities and tips to consider to use to reclaim your health. The first is getting rid of any scales in your house. Whether that is weight scales or food scales, they really don't need to be in your house. There are very, very, very few, very specific reasons that you might need a food scale in your house, but honestly, unless you are practicing to be an artisan baker, you really don't need a food scale in your house. So out with the body scales, out with the food scales. And also, you might even consider cutting out the clothing tags and tags in your clothing that have the sizes on them. Because again, any way that we can divest from those numbers that we have been told equate to our health, the more you'll be able to focus on reclaiming your health. The second piece is noticing how often those messages of health from diet culture show up in your daily life. So whether that's from social media, print media, the entertainment industry, friends, family, co-workers, colleagues, even medical professionals. You can be given so many messages every day on what it means to be healthy and or beautiful, and those messages can be helpful or harmful. A lot of times they're harmful, if we're being honest. So what I often recommend to clients and workshop participants is to grab a small journal and just noting down, like taking a day or a couple of days as an example, and just noting down how many messages you get on a regular basis around what's healthy or what's not healthy. And then really taking a look at those messages. Are they helpful? Are they harmful? How do they help you feel about yourself when you hear those messages? Even if we know that those messages are not likely true or they don't necessarily resonate with our lived experience, there's still usually a piece of us that goes, well, gosh, if I heard about that in X TV show or something, that must be the way most people think. I should probably live up to that. And that's not true at all. So the third piece, too, is just taking a mindful minute to really look at those list of messages that you get and check in with yourself. Again, how do any of those messages help you or harm you? And how do you want to define your relationship with health? How do you want to define the term health? What does that mean to you as an individual? Again, it can be helpful to jot notes down in a small notebook like this that you can refer back to. It doesn't have to be full paragraph writing. You're not turning this into your English teacher. You're just writing it down in order to kind of brain dump out of your head and help you, again, check in with yourself and noting what messages are helpful or harmful. So with that, that is how you can get started on reclaiming your health, divesting from diet culture, and really starting to define your own definition of health, which in the long term, the more that we can live by our own definitions of health, the more our healthy lifestyles, whatever that looks for you, can come into fruition. If you'd like to learn more about that, I want to invite you to download the free Savor Food and Body Guide. You can get to that through a link in my profile. And also, starting next week, we'll be starting a Savor Food and Body online 6-week workshop where we will talk about in even more detail how to reclaim health, as well as the 4 other competencies of the Be Body Positive model. And this can be a great way to set yourself up for success as we move into the holiday season, because as we know, the holidays can be a really stressful time around food in our body. So this 6-week workshop will run from next week through the first part of November, and there are more details as well as the registration link in a link in my profile. You can also go to alpinenutrition.org/book-online. Feel free to message below with any questions, and you can also send me questions through alpinenutrition.org as well. With that, I wish you a great week in practicing and reclaiming your health, and I will talk to you again soon. Take care.